The sky is a beautiful vista, often full of majesty in the bright tapestry of the glory of our universe. We look up and the constant constellations remind us of our place not only in our solar system, but also as a reminder of just how damn lucky we are that planet Earth hit the sweet spot when the infinite will of the cosmos decided on where to park us. We find comfort in its cosmic consistency, the sun, the stars, and our moon. But what if one day you looked up and instead of just one moon, there were 79? And counting, and all of them are uniquely hostile in their own perfect little way, and that means only one thing. Yeah, let me explain. Hello internet, what's going on, and once again welcome back to the most inquisitive channel on YouTube, Life's Biggest Questions. As per usual, I'll be your disembodied floating voice Jack Finch, as today we curiously ask the question, what if Earth was a moon of Jupiter?
Damn. That is a sight to behold.
For the curious amongst you, that clip was from sci-fi's incredible science fiction epic, The Expanse, based upon the equally awesome series of novels by Daniel Abraham and Ty Franck, which is possibly one of the best space-themed television shows to grace our screens in the past few decades. It segues us to an important opening point as well, because if Earth was a moon of Jupiter, we better well hope that we've already discovered something similar to the Epstein drive, the spaceship propulsion system featured in The Expanse that lets humanity travel freely across the solar system in efficiently propelled spaceships, because without it, we're pretty much sitting ducks when it comes to the terrifying intricacies of our new Jupiter lunar neighbours. Before we approach this question though, it's probably best that we lay out some of the frightening cosmic fancies of that strange giant planet known only as Jupiter. If you haven't yet seen our video detailing exactly what would happen if you plummeted through the gaseous landscape of Jupiter, then now would probably be high time to check it out. If for no other reason than Jupiter is interesting as hell, and it's a pretty fun concept to imagine hurtling through its many deadly atmospheres in a spacesuit, right? Yeah, I'm glad we're on the same page. Jupiter is absolutely massive. It's the largest planet in our solar system and has a mass that is 2.5 times greater than all of the other neighbouring planets combined, excluding the Sun, of course, because that would just be ridiculous. In fact, Jupiter is so big that it could contain over 1,300 Earths within its mass. Just let that sink in. It's also a gas giant, meaning that many of its planetary properties are colossally different than that of Earth's, warranting to the fact that because of its absolutely massive size, Jupiter's got a lot of love and a whole lot of gravity to affect the solar system with. Enter the 79 and counting moons of the Jovian system, all of them seeking shelter in Jupiter's all-consuming gravity, finding their home in the many layers of the rings of Jupiter. This is where things get interesting, and this is also where Earth would find its home in this particular hypothetical situation. The inner moons of Jupiter are tiny things, less than 200 kilometers in diameter, and are thought to have formed alongside Jupiter way back when in the cosmic soup. These are Metis, Adrastea, Amalthea, and Thebe. Say hello because they're our new neighbors. Alongside these are what is known as the Galilean moons that comprise some of the largest moons in the solar system, some of which are larger than several planetary bodies. These are Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto, first discovered by Galileo Galilei sometime in 1610. Familiarize yourself with these guys, because if Earth was a moon of Jupiter and ended up anywhere other than a similar orbit to these lunar entities, as in Jupiter's outer dust rings, then our planet would be torn apart by cataclysmic tidal forces and scattered to the cosmic winds. And of course, we don't want that. So let's say that our Earth finds itself in the same orbit as Europa, a small moon made up of silicate rock with some incredibly interesting mechanics. In the same orbital distance, our days would last around 85 hours, with up to 15 of those hours caught in the shadow of Jupiter in a weird kind of day-night-day daily pattern. Also, by that principle alone, Earth just got super cold, and also, in all likelihood, our planet would become tidally locked to Jupiter thanks to its massive gravity, in a way similar to how our moon interacts with our planet. Being tidally locked would result in a very strange scenario, where one half of the planet dries out into an arid desert wasteland, and the other half turns into a frigid, frozen ice cap of constant Arctic winds and snow. This isn't too great of a position to be in, but it's not all doom and gloom, because our species could actually survive this, and in areas near the middle of this newly founded geothermal landscape, humanity could find a pretty comfortable home. However, it's not all tippity-top, because Jupiter's a pretty dangerous dude, and this whole time he'd be spewing deadly amounts of radiation in our direction. That's not good. But also, don't worry, because we are in fact the lucky wielders of the shield that guards the realms of mankind, our magnetosphere, and in this hypothetical situation, that same shield that protects us from the sun's radiation would be fit for the task to protect us from Jupiter's as well. Thank you, Earth. we love you. But Jupiter's not done with us just yet, and this particular boss battle just segued into phase 2. Because of its massive gravity, Jupiter has a strange effect on its many moons, and in essence it heats them to a point where its celestial influence almost kneads them like a ball of dough. Because of this strange influence, our Earth would become a hell of a lot more volcanic than it is now, and pretty much every volcano across the planet would be spewing out a constant stream of carbon dioxide into the air. Under any other circumstances, that would be known as a very terrible thing, but given the fact that in this situation our planet is tidally locked to Jupiter and half of it is frozen in darkness and ice, we would actually welcome a bit of global warming. I guess we just have to adapt to all of the clouds of sulfur and torrential downpours of acid rain. Hopefully. In actual fact, whilst it's easy to imagine Earth being a moon of Jupiter resulting in the end of our species, we could actually survive the whole ordeal given a bit of grit and determination, albeit with a much smaller population, down to the fact that we've got to deal with a couple dozen environmental disasters throughout the process. And if we did, we've got a whole host of cosmic phenomena to look forward to. The main one being, well, Jupiter in the sky, constantly, over 40 times the size of the moon. And we wouldn't just see Jupiter, but all of our other new neighbouring moons, Io, Callisto, Ganymede, as well as all of the many smaller moons, perpetually dancing in the atmosphere alongside a beautiful cascade of lightning and a permanent aurora from the Jovian system. And if we did manage to survive the whole process and then also advance to some type of space flight such as the one that we mentioned earlier, then we've got a whole new backyard ripe for the picking and the harvesting of some insanely rare and valuable metals, ores and chemical compounds. In fact, with our proximity to Jupiter and our new tidally locked relationship, we'd have a fixed point perfect for shuttle launches and general spaceflight, so there'd be even more reason to invest in the exploration of our 79 new moon neighbours, as well as the rest of the solar system. So, how about it then, guys? What do you say? Who's up for moving to Jupiter? Nah? Oh, okay. Well, there we have it then, our long and short answer to the incredibly intriguing question, what if Earth was a moon of Jupiter? It'd be a crazy old ride, but the rewards would potentially be richer than you might expect. What about you guys? Do you agree, or do you have any other interesting insight into this particular life's biggest question? Let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Before we depart from today's video though, let's first take a quick look at some of your more creative comments from over the past few days. Alea Miller says, do you remember the game? Damn it! I always lose the game. Well, do you guys remember the game? Crap, I did it again. Well, on that note, I'm going to go and try and forget all about the game. Damn it! And unfortunately, that's all we've got time for in today's video. Cheers for sticking around all the way until the end. If you were a fan of this video, or just life's biggest questions in particular, then please be a dear and hit that thumbs up button, as well as that subscribe bell, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. As per usual, I've been your disembodied floating voice, Jack Finch. You've been watching Life's Biggest Questions, and until next time, you take it easy.